I'm Branwenn from Radio Normandie Rock.
Nice to meet you.
And today we are live from Motoc and we are welcoming Beast in Black for an exclusive interview. Hello guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you very much for accepting this interview. Beast in Black exists in 2015 and you are a Finnish band and Greek.
Yes. And Hungarian.
Created by Anton, ex-guitarist of Battle Beast. In my opinion, the Nordic countries are really the power metal specialists. Can you tell me why?
So, what was the question?
Yeah, why what?
The Nordic countries
Yes.
are very specialists for the power metal. Why?
Ah, maybe you have the
Of
answers.
course. No, I have no answers. I just write music.
Okay.
Simple as that. It's good or bad. Genres don't matter. I don't think of genres. I don't think we care about genres.
Yeah.
Though we are a heavy metal band, heavy metal based, but it's just a word. It means creative freedom. In metal, you can do anything you want, musically speaking and thematically speaking. So I don't think about us even like power metal band.
Yeah.
Heavy metal is a broader term,
Okay.
wider term, and
Yeah.
everything goes in that.
And how is Finnish metal done since the release of COVID?
Well, we can
Same answer.
we can only speak about our music because we cannot speak about other bands, what they do, you know. But I think everybody has just become more hungry after those times to just create music and play in front of people, I think.
And luckily people come in big numbers for the shows, so it's despite what we expected after COVID, they ran out of money and there's no people showing up on the shows, but it's exactly the opposite.
Yeah, I think everybody's hungrier now, so it's good.
You are indeed a power band, but you are also put the Eurobeat case. But does that correspond? Do you have an idea? The Eurobeat, why?
Because it's good.
It's a Japan style. It's a
Once again, it's just like I have to go all the way back to my childhood. I grew up listening to this kind of 90s Euro dance music, and I kept listening to it because it was good. I mean, good melodies, good sounds, and naturally that finds a way to what I do as a songwriter. And same thing with other genres. You know, it's not just Eurobeat, but it was now high time for it to emerge in our discography, so to speak. So it's just natural, but it's the same thing if you ask like why we do heavy metal, why Eurobeat. It's the same answer for everything. What feels good, what resonates in you, and you reflect that in your creative works.
How did the meeting with Yanis come about? The Greece and Fallon connection. You live in Finland now? Yes.
I lived there for almost 5 years now, but Anton found me, I think a little bit before 2000.
Yeah, 2014.
Yeah, it was at the
around.
end of 14, I think, that he found me on.
YouTube.
He texted me, on Facebook. He saw.
On Facebook I wrote, but I found you on YouTube.
Yeah, he found some of my material from YouTube, and he found my band as well back then.
Yeah.
And he checked the material. basically offered his friendship first, introduced himself and just, spoke to me like casually. And only a few months later, he texted me that, hey, I'm coming with my band to your city. Like, would you like to have a coffee and maybe a walk, a meeting? And then we walked the city for a few hours and spoke about the future. And he revealed his intentions more clearly in that spot. And it was very good. Like, we shared a lot of life experiences and opinions, and also how we see things when it comes to making a heavy metal career. Like, we had that in common, that when you do it, you have to do it 200%. So you have to be in it. So it's ride or die, basically. And I think we've been sticking to that formula, to strike while the iron is hot. Like, those things were very clear from the beginning. So I knew that I can leave the country, I can leave friends and family, behind, so to speak, if it's about building your dream, basically. So sometimes you have to pay those prices, but it's been going great so far. But yeah, the rest is history. The rest is history. That's how we met. In January 2015, we met in person.
I'm very impressed by your voice, Yanis.
Thank you.
It's a natural talent,
No.
a gift of nature,
No.
or you have taken a lesson?
No. I think the two natural things that were given to me were a good set of ears and, maybe a higher voice for a male.
Yeah.
Those things were given to me. But I couldn't do any of the basic things that many singers can do. I couldn't, when I started singing at 15, I didn't even have a vibrato. I couldn't do that. I didn't have any power in my voice. I didn't have many things. But I think especially between the ages of, 18 and 24, I was maybe going out for a coffee or a club like 5 times in a year. So I was really recording a lot at home and just practicing a lot throughout those years. So I think 90% of it is hard work and practice,
Okay.
Yes.
Let's talk now about your latest album, Power of the Beast, released in 27 in June.
There is no
but it's
album.
not an album. Yeah. It's a standalone single.
Oh yes, a single. I think that over the years you've gone from straight to straight. Do you think that the Beast can still improve until it reaches perfection?
Perfection.
Yes.
This is perfect already.
You are
So
perfect.
what do you mean? No, it's like, how can you? Really?
How can you go above 11?
With hardcore.
Yes, beyond 11.
It's
And the band, who writes the lyrics and who composes the music?
Yeah, I write
Yes.
the stuff. Yeah.
He's writing everything.
Okay. It's not too hard.
Music is easy, lyrics not so easy.
Yes. And the music, comment on dit ça? Does the music lead to the lyrics or the inverse, vice versa?
It's controlled chaos. You just pick anything that you feel like, okay, this works now.
Okay.
Maybe it's a riff or a melody or a sentence that you come up with or read somewhere, hey, I want to use this, and then you think how can you fit it into the song musically. There's no rule. Every song has its own slight differences how they're composed, and so just gotta keep your sensors tuned, like, and seize the moment when you feel it's right. It's difficult to explain this whole thing. It's,
Yes.
as I said, chaos.
And so the artwork, the Beast we saw in the Glass of the Dark Connection album, we create this new artwork, the return to the source of the Beast.
who made the new artwork, basically, or
Who drew the artwork?
Good
For,
job.
for what?
Yes.
Okay.
for Power of the Beast?
For Power of the Beast.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Maybe he knows.
yeah, it's
That's the
that-
truth. I don't know.
a guy from Indonesia.
Okay.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's-
I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, important interview. You learn a lot from about the band.
Ah, teach us.
It's a guy from Indonesia, but he usually draws designs for our T-shirts, and then we noticed this design, which was supposed to be a T-shirt design. We took it as in the end we used it for the cover
Okay.
of this Power of the Beast single.
Okay. It's not the same for the Berserker artwork?
No, with the albums we
Yes.
work with the same person. It's Roman Ismailov.
Ismailov.
Okay.
Yes.
Roman Ismailov, good friend of Anton from,
Yeah,
from
long-term
childhood.
friend.
D'accord.
He draws
All the albums.
all the albums so far, and hopefully in the future too. But for this, we had a very limited amount of time to make this artwork ready for the single. And like I said, it was an accidental move that we noticed this design, or figured out that it could be good for this for this song because it fits very well to that.
And you film a video clip for the song Power of the Beast, which I found very energetic and with a manga feel too. When, how did you shoot it and where
With
did you?
cameras.
Yes, of course.
Well, it's
But
we have a director. She
yes,
says
the
what
director.
to do.
And where did you?
Oh, where? Okay.
In Helsinki.
Helsinki.
Helsinki?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Helsinki, in Finland.
Okay.
Yeah, in a club.
In a nightclub.
Nightclub.
Yeah.
But also bands play there now and then.
Yeah.
So in the heart of Helsinki.
Okay, it's a ready place in the very nightclub.
So some bands play there as
Okay.
well, but it's a nightclub by default.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And I love your vest.
Thank you.
I'm going to change the subject. I completely. Let's talk about your video games.
Oh,
I play
You
it.
mean ours, which we have, or because we
no,
have two
for
games out?
with Night in Tokyo, the cars.
Yeah, so our
yes,
games.
I play. I was bad.
Yeah, breakfast days
Was with One Night in Tokyo. I remember me of my youth, the Street Fighter, Altered Beast when I was young, and also comment on peut dire excuse, my English is very bad.
Right.
Whose idea was it to make this first game?
It's our label's idea, Nuclear Blast record company. Nuclear Blast was taking
Okay.
care of
So like-
releasing our albums.
Okay.
They came up with the idea to have because they had a connection to this group of people who created the game in the end. And it started to as a simple game in the very beginning, but in the end we wanted to find it because there was a good idea behind that, and it improved, got better and better, and we could release it for the release day of the album, Dark Connection, but it was not complete, so we did some upgrades later on. Now it's in its, I think it's proper form at the moment, but there will be more coming connected to this game quite soon actually. So you will have more time to play.
Okay. And you have another game. C'est quoi? C'est car game.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
connected to our standalone single.
Yes. Like Fast and Furious for the car.
Yeah, maybe you can say that. It's a very basic game, but it was fun.
Yes. And did you use the same designer for the?
No, it's a very different design. But also the idea again came from a record company, and it's a simple game, so nothing compared to the One Night in Tokyo game. But for the purpose, it was just perfect in my opinion. It fits perfectly to the song itself. When you ride a car, you call like
Yes,
sushi.
you create
and everything.
sushi.
Yes.
Maneki
and
neko.
then hit the stop sign. So, good stuff to promote the song
And
itself.
you make another video games?
Of course, we will.
Yes. Okay.
We should become a video game company as well. Just Beast Corporation, like for real.
Yeah. This
And-
gaming company.
Yes.
Yes.
Why not complete a complete game with you as a avatar?
Oh, RPG.
Play on a console like PlayStation
Yes.
or Xbox. A complete game.
She's onto something.
There will be some. Follow our socials. There will be some updates soon.
Great.
Yes. I have a idea also for like Kiss, like many bands, a flipper.
Yeah, that's a good
Yes.
idea. Could be. We just need to find a proper company for that, or somebody who wants to make this for the band.
Okay. You have just finished a Glory Hammer and the Beast tour. You've almost finished festival.
Yeah.
What are your plans for the rest of the year?
Writing the new album, recording that, so we will be off from the road
Okay.
for the rest of the year, and then we will be focused.
Yes.
Yeah, for some guys, yeah. But for some other guys, it's going to be a nightmare start.
Yeah.
Let's see.
He's so impatient for it.
Well, I love to write. It's just I hate deadlines. That's the problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
And will you have the chance to see you again in France soon?
I don't know how soon, but hopefully.
Not soon, but it's like not only France, but in the other countries. We are not going to play for a while.
Yeah.
Well, follow our socials once again.
Yeah, I think
And
when
we'll
we
see
get
you.
back on the road, like it's one of the main destinations for us.
Yeah, but nowadays, like I would say, generally, every country can see us on a yearly basis.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But during this summer we played one show already in France. This is second. We don't really come too many times back in the same country, so it's a good sign that we'll come back on the first place to France next time.
Yes. And do you prefer to play in festival, in main stage, or in concert halls, very small? Personally, I prefer see you in concerts or like festival. It's more intimate.
I think
more,
it's different from
yes.
to everyone.
Yeah.
I like both. It's you do the tours. More intimate to the people, smaller amount of people most of the time, and you're closer to them. So to me, it's really nice, close connection with the fans. And on festivals, you have 10 meters or even longer distances between you and the audience. Different vibe, huge
Yeah.
amount of people sometimes. Yeah, 1 meter.
Yeah.
Huge amount of people sometimes, which also makes them embrace your soul. To me, both work, and it's they complete each other. It's pretty good that
Exactly.
summertime we have these bigger festivals. I can say we always hit the main stage on big
Yes.
festivals in front of 10,000s of people, which is
I
good.
saw you in Hellfest.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest
I
ones.
photographed you.
That was very good.
Yes. But I prefer. I saw you in Nantes and Sterolux.
Yes,
May I
smaller venues. So,
The sound is not the same.
For sure.
Yes.
If I speak personally, I think in the festivals I can enjoy the easygoing feeling that many times you take your time, you hit the stage maybe for shorter. When you play smaller but headline shows, it might be 90 minutes, so it might be exhausting. So, and then there's not much to do. Whereas here we might play the stage and then we
Yes.
see some other bands, and we also promote ourselves in these festivals. So you might play for 10,000 or 50,000 people, but a lot of them, they don't know your band and they learn the band. So you might win some new people, and that's also a great feeling, you know. You see maybe a few hands at the beginning of the show, but then at the end of the show everybody is just so both are great. Both are great. Festivals are a bit more vacation for me, so it feels a bit nicer. But headline shows are more fulfilling. Like all these people came for you, so it's
Yes.
yeah. I love both for sure.
And I'm going to take up too much of your time, but to conclude this interview, I love to hear an anecdote, something what happened in concert during the recording of an album or single. Have you an anecdote for me, for my auditors?
I think we are the most boring band in the world, and nothing happens around us. It's just basic Finnish band, yeah.
What could we think of?
I don't know.
Yeah.
As Mata said.
Something funny or not, perhaps.
Beats me.
Yeah, I can't. Well, some of the nice stories is the one show that he didn't do. I always love telling that story because
Yeah, that was a nice story for me.
yeah, it was
Even
great
if-
for him
even if I like-
and super bad for us. We had to play one of the most difficult shows, like with no monitoring and 10 hours of traveling in a van, and after the show we had to travel another 10 hours and to go back to Helsinki, and that whole show was just a nightmare for us, and we had to use somebody else to play the bass because he was having his second son. He was having his second
In my country.
child. So he stayed back in Hungary. We did the tough show, and then we slept half an hour at his house, and Mate came to do
Yeah,
the
I
greatest show of that summer. He came like a tourist just to, I just had my second kid, and I'm gonna have this great show with you guys. So how was yesterday? Bad. Really bad. And he missed the whole bad part and he came for the good part. So
You know, you need to know when not to go and when to go.
yeah,
So it's
yeah,
important.
wise guy.
My kid was wise. He knew when to come out.
Yes.
He let me go on the other day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's my favorite story.
Yes. Thanks again for the interview. I see you tonight first for me in the photo pit to take some photos
Perfect.
of you, and then in the audience to enjoy the concert.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the interview.